Hello everyone, welcome to update 21 from Lime Junction. It's just a bit of a different start to this update. Obviously the last update I did say, comment on, did anybody want to know how to do the rocks I do, or how to form them, and one or two of you did. So this is just the beginning of this update. It's just a bit of a how-to. Obviously famous Dave, one of my best mates, he told me how to do this. So here goes. So what you do, first of all, you start off with this dense foam stuff, which is insulation. It normally has, like these are old pieces, but these normally has a silver side to it. I think Jason at Five Elms uses it to sculpture his hills and stuff like that, puts them on top of each other, and then you can sculpture them out. So this is what we use. Obviously I lay this as a base, and then I can cut into this side to make my hill or whatever, and then I stick my bits of rock to the front of this, then I paint it. So obviously you get any of the bits you can use, but obviously when I'm sculpting out, you can see this is sculpted out of that side of a rock, of one of my rock faces, to give it a bit of a contour. This is what you end up with, bits like this. Well, this bit's absolutely perfect. So what happens with this is, as you see on camera, it's the first time I've done this with video camera on a tripod. And obviously it just depends what gauge you're doing stuff. Obviously I'm doing it for N gauge at the moment, but you can do it for double O. I don't know, cut a strip 4 inch, 3 inch, and then what we do, make sure it's got a nice flat back, because that's the bit you'll stick to your rock surface. What we do, we stand the knife, craft knife, sculpture it out like so. So it obviously hasn't got straight edges. I have to keep it tidy because I'm in my living room, so my wife will kill me. She's gone out at the moment, so she don't need to know, does she? So you get roughly something like that, and then what I do with the front of it, or what me and Dave do, or what Dave showed me, is with the front of the knife, well, with the knife on the front, there's a bit of piece there what doesn't need to be on. Scratch the front like so. Obviously you can do all sorts of different gouges in, but I've just found scratching it like that gives it your rough texture. And obviously when you paint it with the different colours, which you can see in one of my earlier updates, I showed you how to paint them, but obviously this update is just showing you how I make the rock faces. If you can see there, that's the rough texture. When you paint it, obviously you can paint it lighter than I do. Mine are quite dark. Just like them, you can have them as light or as dark as you want. Obviously a flat surface there, it's a central flat surface there. I stick it on with decorator's cork. Obviously I don't know, people that watch my videos know I'm a decorator, so I have plenty of that lying about. But I suppose you could stick it on with PVA, but cork seems to, you can just splodge it in. Excuse the sound effects. If you look at that there, it's hard to see on the video, there's a nice texture. So that one obviously is that size. So what you can do as well, if you cut it that way and just make a smaller one. So this is not a really very good piece, but you can just chip away dead easy like that. A few gouges, don't matter if you spoil it when it's stuck on. So that there. And obviously when you stick them on your rock faces, you put them in together. You can actually overlap them. You can do almost anything with them. And obviously, like things like that, for instance, say that's is the face I'm gonna put it on, and I want to go around this corner. Obviously, it'd snap. What you do, you just put a split in it, either front or back, and obviously it bends. Stick it on like that, and obviously that gouge fills with the deeper paint, and it just looks like a deep crevice. So I hope that helps. It's a dead cheap way of doing it. One sheet of this stuff. It's quite cheap, and you can do loads with it, especially this sort of thing, because you don't need much. You know, you thin slivers like that. You can go even thinner, you know, for different grades of rock. But yeah, that's the way we do it. And obviously, when it's painted up, it looks like the rocks what I've got on my layout. And then you add your greenery. Your plants, you know, stuff like that, overgrowth, grass. You can do what you want. So that's how we do that. Hope it helps everybody. And obviously, next part of the update is going to be, I've got some rocks painted already. What I'm going to show you, bit of greenery, and I've also got a couple of carriages what I bought from the show last weekend, which was obviously in Preston. So I hope that helps anybody. If you want to use this idea, use it by all means. And it's really effective. And obviously, if you think my rocks look too dark, that's obviously because that's the way I've painted them. You just do them with a lighter grey or whatever, or put more white highlights on them. So thanks for watching this section. Obviously, this section's new to me. I've never really done a how-to. And obviously this video is getting on to obviously 7 minutes now, just 7.5 minutes. So what I think we'll do, we'll leave this as a how-to video, and then maybe do an update later on in the week. And I'll show you them carriages and that then, because I don't really like to do really long videos, because even though we're quite fast internet here, it still take ages to upload and stuff like that. So I hope it's in focus and everything proper, because it's my son's HD camera, this on my camera tripod. So I hope this helps. Please feel free to comment, like and subscribe. See, obviously this piece as well, obviously it's broken half now, but it doesn't matter. Totally doesn't matter. You just stick it like that, or you can use it as two pieces. You can obviously trim them while they're on the thing, and you can do them as high, low, as thin, as thick as you want. Obviously, if you do them a bit bigger, with a few more crevices in them, you can use them on double O, which, as you know, people that watch my videos, I'll be doing a double O layout in my attics hopefully later on this year. I've got some new additions to that, but I've actually got more engines on my double O than I have on my N-gauge, and I've been doing my N-gauge. Started that last year. Didn't even attempt. I weren't even attempted to do a double O layout. But obviously I'm hooked on the hobby, so and I must admit the double O engines do look good. Obviously depending on what make you get. Some are better than others. So as I say, please feel free to subscribe, comment and like. Obviously comments, good or bad, you know, it don't matter to me. We're all learning at this game. And hope to speak to you all soon. So I hope this helps, and bye bye for now.